Hello everyone! In this video I'm going to be playing some sheep tag. So we're going to be playing some sheep tag. It's pretty much what you all should know as the classic sheep tag experience. Place free farms as the sheep. Don't die. If you do die, you can be revived at the center of the map, and that's the gist of it. Now let me double check here. I think this is another classic Warcraft 3 game with, extremely slow shift clicking when you're undead. So I'm not going to be using shift click, because that will be less than half the speed. So the objective of sheep tag is, as the sheep, to survive for 25 minutes. And if you're the wolf, you have to kill every sheep within 25 minutes. I did make a mistake. This was supposed to be a 7v5 game, but instead it is 7v4, so we might have a moderate advantage in this game.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's done. Job's done.
So while we set up our initial farms here, if you like my content, consider liking and subscribing, and that'll also help you to be notified for when I do streams. My next one should be sometime tomorrow. Now, once we get about 30 gold, we'll be placing a savings farm. But until then, there's not too much to do aside from place regular farms. The saving farms give you 1 gold every 3 seconds, so it takes a little while, but once you get enough of them, they pay for themselves pretty quickly. Also, every farm you make when a shepherd kills it will give them 1 gold, so just keep that in mind. Of course, shouldn't be too much of a factor. It's more so just a thought of, if the shepherds eventually look at immolation items, you shouldn't use like a stack tower where they could immolate the whole thing and kill it all in 1 second and give them a ton of gold. But aside from that, regular farms should pretty much never stop building. Get pretty close to getting our first savings farm. Let me go ahead and see if it would be possible to revive. Somehow 3 of my allies have already died. Also, interesting. Looks like maybe the game did some type of... I mean, there's very clearly 5 shepherd icons. So I guess one of the sheep somehow magically got converted into a shepherd.
Our allies' town is under siege.
I'm not sure which one it was, but I can't wait outside. Sheep has been saved, the sheep has been killed. Also lock the shepherd in now. Ah, that's a shepherd's owl. Wasn't sure what that was for the moment. So the shepherd owl is just a way that they're able to keep track of sheep. There's no way to attack it without towers, or even with... it's actually invulnerable, so there's just no way to attack it. Since all the shepherds are camping, our only real option here is to hope that they stop camping at some point and just keep building for now. I really have no idea. Are there 6 shepherds now? Am I seeing this right? Oh, okay. Maybe one of them has the ability to create illusions. That's the only thing that would explain it.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's done. Job's done.
Yeah, see, they're bringing that up too. I don't really want to spend the time to look just because they could run through at any moment, but let's see. So dark green, yeah, so it's just illusions. Of course, that is pretty annoying because with the illusions, there's no way to know which is the real one, so who knows if they're camping, and I don't know if illusions can deal damage either. Okay, so actually there's only 3 sheep dead. Okay, it's not quite as bad as I was thinking.
More gold is required.
Also, since this is a older style of Warcraft 3 map, this includes the wall hopping, which means if you block yourself in a little bit and then you seal it and then you build a structure, it'll shoot you over the other side of the wall. This will probably work. Yep, there we go. So that's just a useful technique for getting around. Of course, in this instance, it's not that helpful since we have so little map presence. But in a game where you're doing better, that's quite valuable. Yeah, but in this case, shepherds could be literally anywhere on the map. Just putting up some entrance blockers so that when the shepherds do eventually find this place, I'll have the time to self-destruct my saving farms.
Allies' town is under siege. Job's done. Job's done.
Probably split this into the 1x1 gap now.
Job's done. Job's done.
Nice, only one sheep is currently dead. Pretty surprised that they were able to accomplish that, seeing as how the shepherds are still all surrounding the respawn circle. To revive an ally, you just have to walk up and hit the wisp.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's done.
As you can see, I am getting gold more quickly now, but it does take a while for it to build up.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's done.
In fact,
Job's done.
building farms, I'm going to destroy this top row, and the reason for that is the birds, if they say were to fly by here, then this would, by not having the top row, the likelihood of them seeing these farms is a little bit lower. Of course, at the end of the day, it's not that, it's not going to be that hard to find this base.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's done. Job's done.
Probably about right for the farms. I don't think I need to make too many more than this. Especially since they can just walk up and around. So I have to make a decision regarding that. Alright, back up to 3 allies dead.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Yeah, the real objective is the sheep is really just to fill up the whole map with farms. There is a tower that you can make called the stun tower, but as it says, this is something that only noobs use. The tower claims to have a 10% chance to stun, but in my experience, it's probably about 0.01%. It just never occurs. Like, I've had games where I have, like, 15 stun towers, and it's 10% chance to stun for 1.5 seconds, and they attack, like, once a second, and even then it's not enough for perma-stun. So, to actually be able to perma-stun a wolf, I ballpark you need somewhere around probably like 50 to 100 stun towers, and at that point they can't even hit. So you can get a lot though. Like this base right here, just walking in you could have 20 stun towers hitting the wolf. I believe there's an upgrade that can be researched, but maybe I'm thinking of a different version where you can have your saving farms look like regular farms. Yeah, I don't know where we would research that in this game.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Magic Farm. Don't rely on this thing to get you by 5 wolves and 3 golems. It's... No, wait, what? Don't even know. This is a terrible description. It just says not to use it. Invisible Farm's a classic. Also looks like one of the dead have left. But yeah, the Invisible Farm is a classic strategy for keeping them out of your base. What you would do with an Invisible Farm is you just, say, take out every single farm here, and then just put one invisible one, and hope that the wolves will run around.
Our town is under siege. Job's done.
So, only 2 of us are left. We have to survive for 16 minutes. The likelihood of surviving 16 minutes alone is pretty close to 0. If I go for revive, that's also impossible, because they have golems and wolves there, which means I guess we just have to go for the noob that won't really work strategy, which is stun farms. Yeah, he's saying this version's worse. I don't think that pathing would have any impact on the specific map you're playing, and this feels about normal to me, so I think he's just misremembering. Yeah, well, there are different versions of sheep tag, but they're not going to make your sheeps feel better unless they disable the turn rate. I guess that's theoretically possible. He played a no turn rate sheep version. So I can always hop out through this corner or this corner. Actually, you know what? I should destroy all of these as well, just to get rid of some evidence. Ah.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Sounds like I've been detected.
Our allies' town is under siege.
go invis? I don't think you can... Alright, let's make a magic farm. Build stack farms.
Town is under siege.
Well, I don't know what he means by build... Oh, actually, I didn't even notice. Apparently...
Our town is under siege.
Oh, stack farms can be built literally anywhere. Huh.
Our allies' town is
It's not useful at the moment, but that is interesting. So we found all of my savings farms, which means they'll probably work their way over here. What can I do? Well, we build stun towers, just a waste of money. We build magic farms. Alright, let's see what the magic farm does. I'll put it right here. If it can make me go invisible, perhaps that'll help. He says anything's better than hiding here. I don't know if I would agree with that, but let's see. So they're on their way. We do have invisibility, but this... Wolves, I'm pretty sure, have passive detection. Yeah, they warded, so invisibility's not useful. We can hop out the side. They, of course, know this. Oh, actually, you know what? No, this is guaranteed death. Yeah, this is game over. With the wolves camping the... Actually, no, it's not game over. I have some... Oh, I did not know they could spawn golems like that. Okay, let me block this off. So what we can do is place a couple of mini farms, which I don't know the hotkey of. Okay, there we go. Oh, wrong way. Alright. If I figured out the hotkey quicker, we would have actually been fine. But, oh well. Yeah, at the end of the day there, I think they are overestimating the capabilities of a single sheep. Getting to them would have been impossible, and I was surrounded at the end. Now, I think I could have gotten out if I had known the hotkey of the tiny farm beforehand, but I didn't, and it took a while to find since the logo, or the icon for it, is nonsensical, so I just had to hover over each one. But with that, that'll be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.